Good morning, everybody. What's going on?
Hello?
Hey, Linda.
Yes.
Good morning. It's DTM here. We just talked a second ago. I'm starting a video here, and I wanted to see if we could talk about some of the things that you're going through here and see if we can get you feeling better.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
How long have you been watching my videos, Linda?
About a month and maybe 2 months.
I noticed what's interesting, I love it, and I hear this almost more than anything else, is that I was praying and I found your videos. I love that.
Yes. Oh, gosh, yes, I was, because I was very depressed and even questioning if I wanted to go on, you know?
Okay, well, as you know, if you don't know by now, that I believe that life is precious and we should always continue to go on because there's always hope. Sometimes we don't know where that is, but I think that you might have found it through the videos because I believe that anybody can turn it around and regenerate happiness in their brain and health in their body.
You've got me believing it. I mean, I have been in such a better frame emotionally just watching the videos. I mean, everything you're saying is touching my heart. It really is.
That is very, very cool. That's my intention. So we're getting through. What have you been eating for your 65 years?
Processed food.
Processed food? No wonder you're depressed.
No wonder I'm depressed.
I'm telling you, I'm talking to everybody now. That dead food, it ain't for a living body. It ain't for a living human who wants to be alive. Eat that raw food, okay? So you've got some other issues and stuff, but you know I'm going to make this so simple for you, right? Like I just did. Processed food is out. Living raw fruits and vegetables to the best of your ability is in.
Right.
So have you began the process of changing over?
Slowly changing over. I mean, I'm rarely eating meat at all anymore.
Okay.
In fact, I'm not even eating turkey burgers. Like I used to just use turkey meat instead of beef, and nothing's tasting right since I've been juicing and eating more fresh.
Yeah. Doesn't the fresh food taste right?
Yeah. Well, you have to get it at the organics because the stores still have this odd taste. I think it's the chemicals.
The chemicals in the food, yeah, because once you wake up, like I can go and look at, there's one type of vegetable or fruit and then the same looking thing, but there's one, my intuition tells me, no way, dude, it's like an internal thing.
Right. Well, I was brought up where there was a garden in our yard, so I was always brought up with fresh vegetables or fruit, and it was a whole different taste than the stores have.
Yeah, that's right.
I go to the farmer's market to get my fruits and vegetables.
Well, that's the way to go. And you live in Berkeley.
No, I live in El Cerrito. I'm from Berkeley, but I live in El Cerrito.
Oh, okay. I guess your phone then is from the Berkeley area.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, anyways, I noticed that when on my phone it comes up as Berkeley, but I'm kind of chilling in the Oakland area right now. But where are you at now?
I'm in El Cerrito.
Okay, so but you've got access to farmers markets. The farmers market food.
They put one at the El Cerrito Plaza, and they only come, unfortunately, twice a week. And see, on Saturday is the only time because I am agoraphobic. I don't know if I mentioned that to you.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, it's pretty bad.
What's agoraphobic?
What agoraphobia is a severe panic disorder. So there was a point in time where I couldn't leave my home.
Okay, so you've got adrenal weakness, and you're going to be able to, over the course of the next few months, as you continue to add more raw food and make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, your adrenals are going to begin the process of regeneration, and then I believe that your neurotransmitters and steroids, which give you strength and courage, energetically, vibrationally, are going to start to come back online. When you cook your adrenals with too much meat and you clog up the kidneys, the adrenals slow down, and then you don't have any confidence anymore. A lot of people have adrenal burnout. Have you had a lot of stress, a little stress in your life?
Oh, I've had trauma all through my life. It was pretty bad growing up, and then as adulthood it carried on. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm in the state I'm in. It's been pretty rough.
And so, are you in a position now where you can relax more?
I'm doing a little bit more, but thanks to, actually, I have a service animal now, and I'm able to get out of the house with her.
Okay, but how's your overall mobility and stuff?
It's rough. Lately, see, I also have fibromyalgia, so there's not a day that I am not in severe pain everywhere in my body.
Okay, so fibromyalgia equals too much animal protein. So you've eaten, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, too much protein in the body is the underlying issue of what they call fibromyalgia, which is just undigested excess protein waste matter, and it's choking the cells from being able to from energy being able to get to the cells. So once you get out that undigested excess protein, your cells will begin to regenerate and your body will begin to recycle some of that undigested matter, and it'll use what it can and it'll eliminate what it can't. But right now you've got to be as close to 100% raw as possible. The only other thing that I would suggest for emotional stability, it would be some steamed vegetables. Maybe a little bit of quinoa or something, but in your case, in most cases, in fact, for all humans, I suggest go as 100% raw as you can if you really want to live a life of power and tapping in and the flow of synchronicity and your own internal power to create. When you go 100% raw, well, I'm not even 100% raw. I'm like 98% raw. You know what I mean? But I feel it though, like a little steamed vegetables. I feel it, but sometimes I still have emotional eating. But my point is that everyone, I think, that's a human being, if they're interested in the ideal of healing and regenerating and living a good life, you're gonna want to go to as much of 100% clean, high vibrational fruits, green juices, soaked nuts and seeds diet. In your case, with fibromyalgia, I would avoid all the soaked nuts and seeds for now until you start to energize the cells and get your adrenals back, because within just a few months, you should be feeling a lot better. If you're 80% or more raw, and like I said, I would put the intention or the goal to be 100% clean eater, but this can take some time. We're talking about a lifetime of emotional stuff, mental attachments to food. So be patient with yourself, but keep that very high intention and don't get frustrated, but realize that the 100% raw food way is very, very regenerative, and you can add many quality years to your life, and you can reverse all this stuff. But the living food is for living humans.
Okay, can I ask you, I'm diabetic, so the doctor won't let me fast, but I'm wondering how many times should I juice?
Well, if I was a diabetic, I would never be afraid of fruit, especially high water fruit like grapes, cherries, things like that actually have a lot of fiber, are slowly released in the bloodstream. A lot of the issue with the diabetes is excess fat in the blood, not allowing the fruit sugars to penetrate the cells and be burned cleanly and easily. But if I had diabetes, I would eat probably about 40% fruit and about 60% green juices. That would be my diet. And I would keep on, I would start out with that, and I would test my sugars every day. I would eat some fruit and test my sugars and see how you are. Right now, it's really what's going to heal you is that which you avoid. So the reason why raw food works so well is because, one, you're displacing the dead stuff, and that is number one. Stop putting dead, heavy things into your tired body, which is going to rob you of your metabolic energy, because cooked food takes a lot of metabolic energy to move through the GI tract. But on the other hand, now number two is adding in these easily digestible foods, because you need sugars for the cells and water and electrolytes and antioxidants to begin the process of energizing and cleansing the cells. So release the dead stuff and bring in the live stuff, and the body will know what to do. So I would drink a lot of green juice, and I would, if I were you, let's see, you're pretty heavy right now at 5.
Yes.
So I would drink a 32-ounce jar of juice with I would drink cucumber, celery, and you can watch this video later. I'll put it up so you can get this recipe. But I'd drink celery, cucumber, spinach, kale, cilantro, dill, lemon, and Jerusalem artichoke. That would be like my diabetic reversal juice for myself, and because it's delicious, smooth, creamy, healing, alkalizing, low sugar. Now the fruit sugars, every diabetic responds differently to the fruit sugars depending upon excuse me. Thank you. Depending upon your constitution and how far down the road of diabetes you are. A lot of times diabetes can be totally reversed within a week on a raw.
I did it before. Yeah, I did it before, and like I said, I get depressed, and that's when the emotional eating sets in, and it's like a loaded gun put to your head. And you keep doing it, and then you get so angry with yourself, you get more depressed.
That's right, and that happens to even the most sophisticated raw fooders and people that I really care about and love, and they're struggling with this. But that is okay. I've been struggling for years, kind of, and I don't really struggle as much anymore. What I do is I like the other day when I was with my kids, I ate some steamed vegetables because my energy was too high for the environment that I was in. And then I ate the steamed vegetables, and it just was like, it was okay, but it really brought me down. And I was like, man, I don't want to do that. So I'll have to learn how to adjust to energy and stuff like that. But anyways, nobody's perfect. Everybody's always working at doing better. And you just keep on plugging away at this thing, and you will get it. So right now, what you need is the thing that keeps me going on my super high intention is like really a super high intention to get healthy, and to do really well with my business and my career and helping as many people as I can. And the way that I do that is by looking good, feeling good, sounding good. So I have a real strong motivation. I recommend you find what your motivation is. And it has to be really strong. It has to give you hope for the future. And then when you falter and you make like a taco salad with too many nuts, and then you feel bad after that, then you go, okay, whoa, man, I'm going to get back on the fruits and vegetables. You got a reason to...
Yeah, because my goal is I'm on so much medication, and I hate taking medication because to me it's just more chemicals in my body, which already is a mess. And so the blood pressure actually is looking good. I was telling the doctor I've been juicing, and they kind of ignored me. I said, but I'm noticing, look, my blood pressure is perfect now. The diabetes is in control, actually. It really is.
Yeah, simple, huh, with the fruits and vegetables. The doctors aren't going to get it.
We talked about supplements, and he said, it's not going to do you any good. And I said, you know what? When I was growing up, my mom was, I guess you call it from the old country, so she had a lot of things she'd do, like herbs and stuff she'd use for different things if you were ill. And they worked. Like chamomile tea for when your stomach was upset. It's like it works like a charm instead of buying the Melanta.
Yeah, I don't even call those supplements. Those are more like just foods. Herbs are like non-hybridized foods. Vegetables, non-hybridized vegetables, which do strengthen and do have tissue-specific strengthening properties. Dandelion for the liver,
right.
Plantain for the lymphatic system, that type of thing. It really does work. But the main thing, I think, for most people is to consume a diet that isn't killing them and actually strengthens and energizes. Depression, I think, is cured with fruit, to be honest with you. And also continually recontextualizing the meaning of life. You can't always be happy, and if you get depressed because you're sad, that's a bad news. Like I like it. I think it's okay to be sad. When I used to resist it, I should be happy all the time. I can't be sad. But then I'd be like, I get depressed because I was sad. Then you're double-edged swording yourself. So if you get a little bit sad, you're like, okay, I'm sad. So what? Tomorrow I'll probably be happy, because that's the nature of the ups and downs of life. So if you're sad today, there's a likelihood that you're going to be happy tomorrow. So you fluctuate, and so
that's true. That's true. I spend too much time worrying about making other people happy.
well, it's your time. Everyone has to make themselves happy. I've learned that. It's hard to do because you feel guilty sometimes that you owe a bunch of people stuff, but I think everyone needs to have the maturity and the self-confidence to realize that you got to leave behind that which is no longer serving you or making you feel good. Out of guilt and obligation, those are lower energy fields. You don't want it. You just want to follow your bliss, truly. You know, and that's like what I'm doing lately. I'm learning how to just go, my heart is like in another place, and I need to go where my heart is, you know, where it wants to be, instead of I should do this, I should do that. So
yeah, but I'm at 65. I wasted a lot of years not doing what you're doing. I should have, done that. But now it's still not too late.
Never too late.
And I want to put my health above anything else at this point.
Yes, do it. Because your health is your wealth. Your health is the prerequisite to any other human endeavor. So we've got to get away from this thing of that we're not supposed to be taking care of ourselves, putting ourselves first, getting enough rest, spending money on the best food. Because now is the time. If your life passes you by, you'll be sad that it did. Is there anything else we can discuss today that will help you to move forward?
No, actually, you've covered pretty much everything. I mean, I've got all these issues, but I think it's all underlying the same thing. But they did say my autoimmune system is causing all these problems I'm having.
You know what autoimmune disorder is? That means...
Not really, but there's nothing they say there's nothing you can do about it.
And you know what that means? That means your doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. That's code word for I haven't got a clue. That's what autoimmune, everything's an autoimmune disease. No, it's not an autoimmune disease. Your body is toxic. You've got excess accumulated metabolic wastes, mucus, pus, viruses, bacteria, heavy metals, and toxins that are inhibiting the function of your trillions of cells. So what do? We stop putting in foods that end products, makeups, medicines, perfumes, colognes, bad air, bad food, and we start eliminating the mucus and getting our lymphatic system to function, and the kidneys have to flow. The kidneys are bogged down by starchy carbohydrates, excess meat, breads, dairy products. Now, a piece of meat into the kidneys, starches are even worse, donuts, breads, cakes, or a grape. Grapes flush the kidneys. They're not going to leave behind occlusions in the kidneys, so that the kidneys will function, so that the lymph will flow out through the kidneys, and that'll keep the adrenals going, which is the powerhouse of all the other endocrine glands and neurotransmitters and steroids and hormones that keep you balanced, strong, and happy. So it's all like, it's either you're going down the one road that goes down, or you're going up the road that goes up. And the up road is always going to be those high vibrating living foods that are easily moved through the human organism. And that's going to be grapes. I've got right here, I had grapes for dinner. Look at these babies. Now these are medicine right here for the human body, grapes, because they move that lymph. They go easily through the kidneys. Watermelon and lemon juice is great for the kidneys. Cucumber juice, celery juice, these awesome tomatoes. You know, tomatoes are good food. But I like the high water fruits, berries, melons, juices. And those foods are gonna energize cells, and they're not gonna leave behind that metabolic waste. The doctors I'm sure they're doing their best according to their training.
You know, they have helped in many other ways when I needed emergency surgery. But now, see, I've actually, because of my situation when I was very, very, very young, I've been very sickly all my life. And I have been on so many antibiotics that it's scary if I can turn it around from the antibiotics.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you've got some work to do.
Yes.
Antibiotics suppress symptoms. Medications suppress symptoms. And what we're trying to do here is regenerate cells and eliminate causative factors. What is causing us as human beings to have ill health? And whatever that is, if we eliminate that, then we will return to a state of health. So you're lucky to have found the Raw Living Foods way, and anyone that finds the Raw Living Foods way, it's going to come back to the most common sense, easily to understand thing, because you'll never find one animal in the history of the planet, on planet Earth, the rock spinning through space for billions of years of biological evolution, you'll find no living organism that has ever heated up, processed, and denatured its food. And now they wonder why. And for someone like me, it's so clear. But yet the world is lost. It's like this. They're blind. They can't see because the cheese melted on the bread tastes so good. You've got a biological proclivity for fat and calories, because in nature before there was a limitation and availability of calories. Now they're everywhere. So that which once served us and kept us alive, which was eat everything in sight that you could while it was there and store it up, is now working against us because we're obese and we're sick, because number one, there's food everywhere. So that's going to be, we're going to automatically have a proclivity to eat too much, because there's always food there. Number two, the quality of the food is extremely low and has very, very low digestibility and leaves tons of metabolic waste with the colorants, the preservatives, additives, dough conditioners,
Yeah,
MSG.
I decided to, look at the back of labels, and oh my gosh, you got to be a rocket scientist. All the stuff they put in something very simple.
Yes, exactly. So you're going to want to just avoid all of that stuff, everybody, as best as you can, and get on, because it addicts you. It makes you addicted. Of course, that's just how they roll, because it's money oriented. But I want to see more people consume fresh fruits and vegetables. I do it every day. I love it. I just basically live off nothing but fruits and vegetables for the last several months. I don't even eat nuts and seeds anymore, just for now, because I'm still in this detox mode and regeneration of my brain, regeneration of some stuff that happened to me in the past, and I'm still working on it. But I get better and better every day, and the cleaner that I eat, the more energy. Like when I go to the farmer's market and get farmer's market freshly picked that day food, I can feel it, as opposed to going to Safeway and getting some oranges that were picked like 3 months ago.
Exactly.
So it's that vibration. So everyone, you're going to do a lot better even if you can get to the farmer's market and find out about the food in your area and get the freshest stuff coming off the trees and coming out of the ground, because it's that subtle energy that really takes you to the next level. Because an orange that's just coming off the tree has an aura like this. It's exploding with energy. And as the days pass, the electromagnetic force or energetic power is diminished slowly but surely until it's just got a little bit left. So you want to get the freshest foods you can. That's why I love wheatgrass and sprouts at times. And that's why I love to get my fruit in season. Like cherries are in season, so I'm just bombing on these cherries.
I just
grapes.
got me a whole bunch of cherries.
Cherries, grapes, melons, apricots, peaches, plums. I think oranges are kind of out of season now, but it's really the sweet fruits. It's going to be apples coming in soon. Everyone should just be eating those fresh, in-season fruits and then drinking your vegetables. And know that's the healing path. Eat all the fruit that you care for, and then drink all the leafy green juices that you care for, and fill up on those foods. My mind does it 12 years later, raw vegan. 12 years later, my mind is always going, well, maybe we could just try this, maybe we could try that, but through experience I've known, no dude, tomorrow you'll wake up puffy, tired, and cloudy-headed. I ain't going out like that. I'm eating fruit. So what I do is I just eat I get the best fruit that I can so that I'm satisfied and it's delicious. And I'll eat as many cherries as I need to feel satisfied. And then once you're full of cherries, you're done. And you don't want to eat anymore. Your cravings go away. And you outsmarted yourself because your mind is like, oh, look at that fancy raw food goop with the cashews in it or whatever. But it's raw though. And you say to yourself, it's raw, but you know with the salty, spicy, nutty, overly processed raw foods or the cooked foods that your kidneys are going to be backed up and it's going to put bags under your eyes and it's going to make your head cloudy. But when you eat simple, clean foods.
All the time because I have some sinus infection. I mean, there's an infection going on every time I turn around.
Yeah, well, you're the prime candidate, Linda. I'm glad we had this phone call. I hope that everyone learned something today, but you are a prime candidate to shoot for 100% raw and live that way probably for the rest of your life. Because you're going to be, if you've been on antibiotics and you've got diabetes and all this stuff, you've got some work to do. Your lymphatic system is in bad shape. You may want to go to naturesbotanicalpharmacy.com and get yourself lymphatic 4 and a lymph node formula, a kidney formula, and an endocrine formula. And those right there, and then you can check this video to see what I said, but it's naturesbotanicalpharmacy.com. I don't know if you've ever seen my mentor Robert Morse, but he's got some great herbs, and I love the lymphatic herbs. And so you combine fruit, like grapes and watermelon and lemon, combined with the lymphatic herbs, and you can make some serious stuff happen because you've got to clean out your lymphatic system from all those antibiotics.
Okay.
And you can do this, and I think your depression will clear. The more raw you stay, the faster the depression will clear, the faster your adrenals will regenerate. Get to bed early. Do you go to bed early?
Yeah, but unfortunately I don't sleep maybe 3 hours. I know that's terrible. I can't seem to sleep. The adrenaline is pumping continuously, and I just lay there, and then during the day I'm so tired.
Yep. So you're out of balance. And once you get into nature, now you're going to want to get sunlight into your eyes. And especially in the morning, if you can slip out and get over the agoraphobia with your little pet, get outside in the morning, especially early between 6 and 8 a.m. That wakes up the brain and wakes up the adrenals and wakes up the different hormones that get...
I actually took her... Last 2 weeks, I've been walking to the little park where I live, right down the corner. It's close enough where we can walk around the park. And that little walking is making a difference, too.
Yes, you need to get some fitness. You need to stay on the raw foods. This all can be turned around, and you can have more health than you've ever had in your life, but you've got to eat the living, high-energy foods, and you've got to live a healthy lifestyle by getting outside, breathing the fresh air, facing your fears, get your flexibility, try to do some stretching for your back. Everyone, the more flexible your spine is, the younger you're going to be and feel. So try to do some forward bends and some back bends on your bed with a pillow or whatever it takes, wherever you're at. Get your spine flexible, get outside, breathe the fresh air, go to bed early, and eat raw foods. And and as you detox all this lifetime of antibiotics and drugs, just bear through it. If you need to go take a nap because you're detoxing, just go lay down and rest. There'll be times when you'll want a little more activity. There'll be times when you need some rest. Listen to your body and go with the intention to make yourself well, to get healthy. It's never too late for anybody to turn it around.
Well, thank you. I really believe that. I ran into your videos. It wasn't an accident. I was meant to. That's how I really do believe that.
Now you have a chance to really live a much more high quality life with raw living foods and taking care of yourself and living according to the laws of nature, which no one, no man or woman can escape the laws of nature. And that's why I'm here to help to tell you all, and you Linda and all my friends on YouTube, that I am here to do my best within this crazy world to follow the laws of nature and to follow the one law of God. And that's why I'm here to help and serve and try to unify and bring life and health and, in the end, peace to as many people as I possibly can. Thank you, Linda.
Well, thank you ever so much.
You can, if you have my number now, you can text me in a month or send me another email and let me know how things are going. I love to hear people. I can't usually get back to everyone, but I like to hear, and I think it keeps people accountable. So you are now accountable to me. I want to get a message from you in a month or 3 if you need it, whatever.
Okay.
But get back to me and let me know that you're doing better, because if you do even half of what we discussed today, you will be feeling better. If you do it all the way, you'll be feeling a lot better, more alive.
I will let you know. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, thank you, Linda. God bless you.
God bless you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, my friend, for watching this video. Sometimes they're a little bit long, but I just want to make sure there's enough information coming out there that you can use, to really apply to your life and make this stuff work for you. I've seen it work for a lot of people. It's working for me right now, still, after all these years of doing it. I don't walk on water yet, but until I do, I'm going to keep going. Okay? So, thank you so much. Peace be with you, and do me a favor and subscribe to these videos if you haven't already. And then sign up for the Insiders Club, because I'm going to be having it's a live chat. It's free. And that's going to be July 2nd at 4 p.m. And then give this video a thumbs up. And, geez, I guess that's about it. There was one other thing I was going to say, but I'm getting better at this, aren't I? You can tell I do this at the end of every video. But you should have a really good day today, because this is the season of fresh fruits and vegetables. This is the summertime, and living raw is easy and it's fun, because you just get up and you eat your fresh fruit and you drink your juices and you go out and you play in the sunlight, and the sun comes down and illuminates your mind and opens up your chakras and opens up your heart, and your bare feet on the grass whenever you get a chance, and gratitude and thankfulness. Okay, every single person out there deserves to know how precious they are, because you are life itself. And you're a unique individual, and this world needs you to be at your best. We need to be a healthy cell in the body of mankind. Today is the day to choose to strengthen yourself in every way, and always, always, always continue to evolve spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Because your potential arising is what this world needs, and it's what you need to feel satisfied. Okay? Thank you very much. Dan the Man, the Life Regenerator, baby. I'm out of here. Peace be with you. I look forward to the next video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.